G'day, g'day, g'day. How we all doing today? Today you're in for something a little bit different. Hang on, let me just... Where's my, Oh, I don't have a button for my webcam. Lol. Beep. Hello. G'day, everyone. We are all in for something a little bit sneaky, tiny little bit different today. No, it's not the fact that I'm wearing a beanie. This is something... My mum made me this beanie because she loves me and she's just that cool. But today... we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to not be playing survival mode. We are not going to be playing hardcore mode. We are not even going to be playing adventure mode. We're going to be playing creative mode. So I'm going to be taking you through the process of me designing some builds and planning a video. And if you can see the title on the YouTube stream or even the Twitch, you will see that I am planning on making another freaking creaking video to turn our freaking creaking series into a trilogy. We have 3 freaking creaking videos and I think that I'm going to finish it there. So let me open up to Minecraft. Look at this. This is my old hardcore world and I need to remember to do that. Yeah, I'm in creative mode because, well, it's not like I'm using this world anymore, so I don't care if I'm like in creative mode to like go around and look at things. Some people, like, on the World Tour video, they're like, wait, if you're in creative mode, why don't you just, like, go in game mode survival? Oh, I don't have permissions at the moment, but it's like, no, this world is done. This world has come to an end. Salute 07. That's right, you can see me. I can salute with my webcam. 07's for the original hardcore world, except this isn't technically the original, but it's the one everyone knows and loves. So here we have my freaking Creakings, my first ever freaking Creakings, right? And I've got a stick here because I'm using a mod called Lightmatica. And in Lightmatica, you can select things, which is pretty freaking epic, right? So let's just, that's like our first point of selection. And then let's just go up here and I'll just, heckin' grab some dirt and we want our second point of selection to be like here. Boop. Okay, so we've selected this creaking, and in this selection it contains all of the things that the creaking ever desired to be, but I don't really want to have that grass selected, do I? So let's just delete it, because I don't want that copied over. This is to copy and paste it into another creative world where I can like adjust some things and mess around a bit. So Yeah, you just reached 50 subs. Congratulations. That's a cool feeling. I remember that feeling. Epic, epic feeling. What's up, Colin Conma? I'm going to try and read chat as much as I can, but also focus on the video at the same time. Or the stream, I mean. So, now I just need to press this button that opens up the Lightmatica menu. I've set the keybind to comma. And I need to go editor, area editor, and I go save schematic, and I name it as the freaking creaking. Bam, saved that schematic. Now, what I want to do next is I want to go over to, I reckon, this dude right here. This is a dude worth talking to. So this dude, I want to just like do the exact same thing. So like, I guess here is the point. Oh, need to enable Lightmatica mode. Get the stick, select the stick, and then go over here. And I want to grab all of that. Actually, you know what? I might just work with the other creaking because I kind of like this guy's design better than this guy. And I was gonna just copy and paste this guy because of how like this dude's got leaves on the outside, this one's got leaves on the inside, but actually it's got moss on the inside. Anyway, I'm just gonna work with this dude. So now I'm going to exit. Goodbye, my world. See, it just takes forever to save. It's just like a broken file. Hang on, I'm just gonna like close my curtain a bit. It's too bright. Too bright on my face. Okay. So now I'm gonna quit this. And oh no, I can't see anything. Where did everything go, CringyGull? Yo, thanks for the $5, King B Pug. Can you please make more songs and more videos? It makes them unique, and please get back on Spotify. I just make songs whenever I feel inspired to make songs. So whenever I try and force it, it just doesn't really come out so right. But I do want to make more songs, that is true. And wow, I'm so dark now that I've done the curtain. Hang on, let's just warm this up a bit. And yeah, I should look back into getting back on Spotify. It was just a headache getting banned off Spotify because I guess Spotify thought all you legends were bots, or apparently someone added me to a botted playlist, so I got in trouble for it. It's just like, yeah. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. All right, so now I'm gonna open up another instance of Minecraft that I use just for building, just for designing things, and I got some pretty cool things to show you in here actually. So first, something wants to update while I'm opening it up. Yes. Open up Minecraft. Here we go. It's opening. See the red on my face? You know what that means? Mojang logo. All right, there we go. Okay, Minecraft Axiom flat, because I'm using the Axiom mod to mess around with things. So in here, okay. In here, I've got a bunch of spoilers for upcoming videos that I forgot I had. But that's okay. That's all right. So here we've got ourselves, like, this is the design for like the studio that I'm working on at the moment, right? And why is my name tag there? What? I think that's a new essential thing. Hang on. Appearance. Nameplate in third person. No, thank you. That's better. Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna fly over this way, and you're not going to see any spoilers for upcoming videos. Is it gone? No, it's not gone. Frick the biscuit. Is it gone yet? No, it's not gone. Okay. You've basically probably figured it out. Also, I'm giant right now. How about we fix that? Tribute. CringyGull. Scale. Base. Set. 0. No, not 0. 1. Yay, I'm a normal-sized human being. Seagull. Yay. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Gamer Dad. Hope you're doing well as well, you legend. You legendary legend. All right, I just need to quickly, smickly, copy and paste the schematic that we copied over earlier. So that's in that instance. freaking creaking Control C. And now I need to go over to another instance. Go to my building one. Yeah, building. Schematics, Control V. All right. Let's just minimize that. So, let's change it to nighttime. Get in the mood. You know, is that the vibe we're going for? All right. All right. So there's my build over there. Just that's the design for what I think my studio is gonna look like in real life that we're working on. It's in the beginning processes. Okay, sticky stick. We want to now load the freaking creaking. And oh my, what happened? We want to paste the schematic right here. Yeah, let's just keybinds aren't really compatible, are they? Oh well, I can leave it like that. Beep. Oh, what? I need to change up another keybind, hang on. Let's go into configuration menu, hotkeys. What's the called? Is it action? No. Execute operation. Oh, it should be that. I needed to be holding my stick. Silly boy. Silly sausage. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this thing down. I'll point at my screen right down there. Right down that way. See this thing? And I just want to create a bunch of these dudes. So let's just create like a first point, second point, and then I'm going to scroll click a bunch of other points. Yo, thanks for the $1 stinky avocado. Bro, winter is rough where I am. Avocados take weeks to ripen. Makes me sad. All right, so just make sure I've got all of this selected in this box. Okay. Do you guys reckon I've got it selected? Yes, cringy, I think you do. Okay, sweet. Let's just make a whole bunch of these dudes. Actually, wait, hang on. First, kind of want to just make sure there's a bit of a gap. Frick! Hey, no, none of that. Okay, I see what I'm doing. Cancel. Let's start that again. Bam. Bam. And then, bam. Let's just make it so I can... No, I can't do that right now. That's fine. Wait, no, I didn't do the second point. Frick. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Select all of this guy. What do you guys think of being able to see Cringy doing stuff behind the scenes that you don't usually see? I made a flower creaking in the last video. It's azalea. Okay, so I'm just going to have a bit of a gap between each guy. So probably a bit bigger of a gap like there. All right, now let's extend this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll aim to design at least 8 creakings today. Yo, thanks for the $1 TNT. What the heck? You're a legend. What the heck? Another $1 from Stinky Avocado. Why you gotta be so kind? Thank you. Okay. By the way, $20 if you want me to sing your song live. Okay, here we have a bunch of freaking creakings. Look at all these dudes, right? All these dudes that we want to design into brand new, beautiful creakings that Mojang will never add, but we can at least use our imagination that's in our brain. Before I go ahead and start designing them though, I want to write down what ones I actually want to design. So here's another part of the process that you don't even usually get to see. So let's just hide down Minecraft. Let's add another window. What's it called? Just document. I'm going to show you my document. Flipping video outline. There we go. All right. Here is my document where I plan a bunch of stuff. Usually before I start a whole new video, oh freak, this needs to go down below beneath my face cam. There we go. Thanks for the $1 again. Oh my goodness. So usually when I start, hang on, wait, I just want to like move this down a little bit more, like, you can in the middle of the screen, so it's like a bit more centered. Yeah, mate. Okay. As I was saying, so what I usually do when I start a video is I pray, because I want to dedicate my videos to God, and then I plan my pre-production. So I've got like title ideas, like what I want to call the video, like I built more freaking creakings, or I built more freaking creakings again, or help me, I'm addicted to building freaking creakings. So those are like 3 title ideas. I might write down more later. I've got like thumbnail ideas, just like concepts, like maybe for one thumbnail I'll try standing next to a creaking, or another thumbnail I have 2 creakings side by side. That's the builds that I'm talking about. So there's that, and then I might like write down like the first frame, so just like me standing next to a creaking is the first thing that I want people to see when they click on the video. Like, some people, like, they make their videos like the first thing you see is just like a blank screen with the text in this video, and it's like, in what way is that even unique or like gonna catch my eye? It's just like so random and not what I exactly like. If I click the video for a tutorial or something, it's like, what's this in this video? What? That's just my personal preference. Thank you for gifting a CringyGull membership, Sam. Why is everyone being so generous today? You don't have to do that. This is free content. Thank you though. So anyway, first frame of the video, I actually put a lot of thought into it. It's just like, what is the first thing that someone wants to see when they click on this video? Is it like, do they want to see Antarctica? Probably not. They want to see a creaking, okay? And then I write out a bit of an intro, like I'll just draft something up right now. The way that I've started my other 2 creaking videos is like something like, mate, look at this tree. So that's like the first, the very first creaking video. I said, mate, look at this tree. It's the newest mob in Minecraft, and I want to build every single wood type of this tree. So I think that this time I might go, mate, I've built so many freaking creakings that I reckon, need to stay Australian, it's starting to become a problem. So today I'm gonna build even more freaking creakings, and there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it. Heck, no, I'll leave it at that. Sometimes I write down like a question, like what's like a question to ask the comment section, like, what's your favorite creaking or whatever. I'll probably just naturally do that, and like, I guess I'll just write down, what is your favorite creaking today? And then we come to the production stage. So that's the pre-production, just like planning what I need to do before I actually start working on the video. And then comes the production stage of, like planning out a video, right? So this is what most YouTube videos are on the entire platform. Not just my videos, but like lots of big YouTubers. The planning is basically this: a title, a thumbnail, an intro, and a list. And then this is where we're writing the list. So the steps to complete the video is basically step 1, build whatever creaking we're building first. So first let's actually write out what creakings we're going to build today. So I'll first write out the ones that I already have seen comment ideas for that I really love. So first, skulk creaking. Seeing lots of people asking for that, and I think that would be sick. Second, honey creaking. Third, pumpkin creaking. If I did a melon creaking the last one, I'll do a pumpkin creaking this one. Pumpkin creaking, what else? Let's see, what do people reckon? You want a blue one? We've done a blue one before. We need to be more specific. Oh yeah, someone said prismarine actually. Yeah, prismarine creaking. That's a cool idea, a very cool idea. Sand creaking, oh, interesting. Sand, like sandstone. Black and orange wool creaking, that's very specific. Invisible creaking. I have thought about doing like a glass one. Infinity stone. Ghost. Cheese. Oh my gosh, these are getting unhinged, these ideas. Amethyst creaking. Yes, that's actually something I saw in the comments section, and I was like, that is actually really cool. So amethyst geode creaking. What else could we do? What else? There's so many amazing ideas. We've already done a lava creaking. Brog creaking is a bit strange. I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of want to like, I've got like the pumpkin creaking is kind of a funny one. I also want to do my best. Like I like taking this a bit seriously. But having one or two cursed ideas I might do. Dripstone creaking, that's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like that's, I don't know if I would, you know, actually that is called dripstone creaking. So we've got like a few cave themes. We've got skulk, we've got amethyst, and we've got dripstone. Last time we had like an ore creaking, a bunch of ores. Copper creaking, that's actually kind of cool. Let's write that one down. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need one more. Tent creaking. But your name is Corny Plays, and corn's kind of awesome. What if I did do a corny creaking? I've already done an end creaking. I did a chorus fruit. Netherite? No thanks. No, I'm not getting heaps of netherite. No, I refusal. But thanks for the idea. Obsidian creaking. With end stone and chorus fruit. That's cool, but I've kind of already done like a chorus fruit one. An obsidian, like I could do crying obsidian and obsidian. Yeah. And I know on the Hackers server I've already got heaps of obsidian. The thing is, it feels like such a waste of obsidian because it's so hard to get, and I'm not making an obsidian farm. At least I'm not planning to. Long nose creaking? They don't even have a nose, bro. What's this Discord message I've got? Someone pinging me. Oh, just replying to a message. Okay. Ooh, quartz creaking with some gold. That's an interesting one. I don't know. A resin creaking. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of farming. See, I also like, the thing is, there's so many amazing ideas here, but then there's some where it's just like, they're so good, but they would be so hard to do. And I don't have all the time in the world to do this. Like, I'm trying to do things that are like not too great, like that would require too much grinding. Yeah, I want one more. Lush cave creaking. I've kind of already got that with the azalea one. I've got an azalea creaking. It's very lush cave themed. Jeb creaking. What? Cookie creaking. I don't know how I would really make that look nice and cookie-ish. Fat creaking. Wow, so many messages. So many. TNT creaking? That sounds dangerous. But maybe it would be fun to blow it up. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. TNT creaking. We're gonna build it and then we're actually like just gonna blow it up. Not today. We're not gonna blow it up today, but that will actually be pretty epic. Okay, those are our 8 creaking ideas. So steps to complete video, just literally just all of that. And then sometimes I like to also have like one last laugh, like a joke that I might plan for the end of the video, but I can't think of any at this point. I guess the last laugh will kind of be like blowing up the creaking. That'll be kind of epic. And then there's post-production checklist, which like when I've uploaded the video, I want to make sure that I've just had a quick pray. I just like organize mid-roll ads so that they're not in like stupid points like in the middle of a sentence. I want to do video chapters and I want to tag my merch on the video so that you guys remember to buy Brog when it comes up on your screen. All right, that is the plan. Now we need to go back to Mince Raft. Boop, boop. Wait, hang on, that didn't work. Mince Raft, come on now, arrive. Here are a bunch of creakings. Yeah. Okay, so first let's do the sculpt creaking. First of all, I reckon pos 1, use a bit of world edit here. / pos 2. Now we've selected a bit of a box and I reckon we will replace the pale oak leaves with nothingness. So now there's no pale oak leaves. And let's just enable a tool that lets us paint blocks, basically. So, kind of just like, kind of have a little bit of a skulky looky look here. Kind of skulk veins going up this dude. Like this. Looking cool. Okay, but this isn't skulk yet. You're like, cringy, what is this about? No, it's about epicness. Also, something that I want to change on all of these guys, actually, now that I'm remembering, is I want to get rid of this and make it a bit more like an arm. Like that. And let's just disable that mode. And there we go. Oops. Okay. There we go. Good stuff. Now, are there any other mistakes I want to fix? Because I kind of want to like, I'm going to have to just go around again. Ah, frick. I'm just going to have to fix it on this guy. Hang on. Just delete all this. Need to put a mouth type thing in it like the warden has. Ooh, okay, that's a really good idea. That is an excellent contribution to this live stream. What was your name? Glitch block. Thank you. That's a great idea. Okay, let's just chuck a bunch of this here and just fix that up. There we go. All right, so that dude like that is looking great. Let's just select a first point and a second point and all the other points. There we go. Okay, is that all selected? Nope. Okay, that's all selected. And then let's just go down here. Bam. Okay, I'm just gonna replace all those dudes like that. Okay. Sweet. Cool. That's fixed. So now they've actually got like proper arms. Okay. Yo, Met's here. This looks like some highly creative shenanigans. Indeed, Met. Guys, Met released his first Hackers episode on his channel after this live stream. You should definitely go check out his channel. It is, I think it's at MettyMC, like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Met. You can see his channel in chat, in YouTube chat. I think I should add sensors on top of the ear thingies. That's also something I was probably already going to do. Thanks for the suggestion, oh chicken. All right, so back to what we were doing with this guy. Slash replace. Wait, let's just have a look. Wait. Okay. Let's just look up all of the skulk things. So we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, and we got this. And let's just summon a warden. Summon warden. Look at this dude, right? Okay, so all these blocks here. Yeah, I love the skulk shaker. It kind of looks like bone, doesn't it? It looks like bone and skulk. So I think that we could add a bone block to our block palette. So that kind of fits in nicely with all of that. What else could we add? We could, I mean, I don't know what else there is that's kind of skulky. You know, obviously there's like dark prismarine that looks like skulk, but I think that we can keep it as simple as this. So let's just replace all of the pale oak logs with bone blocks. Oh! It looks like we just stripped all of the pale oak. Also need to replace all of the pale oak wood. There we go. Let's replace all of the pale moss with skulk blocks. Whoa. Okay, looking interesting. Let's replace the eye here with skulk. Bop, 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 bop. And let's get sea lantern, because that is gonna look very like, yeah, that fits the theme very nicely. Okay, this is still needing a fair bit of changing up. So I reckon like we'll kind of change up a bit of this to be a lot more skulky. I think the legs need to be maybe entirely skulky. So if I just go pause 1 and then we go like Pose 2, replace skulk. Bam! Look at that. That's a whole heck of a lot of skulk. Let's just delete that. Okay, so we kind of want to like adjust a little bit of this to be... Hang on, if I do this, can I like adjust that? No, I can't. Kind of want to like adjust a bit of this to be bones. What have we got over here? How does it look on this? It's kind of like... It's more like skulk on top rather than bones on top. Oh, but then on the skulk shrieker, it's skulk on the bottom, then bones on top. So I think we'll actually do more of that, yeah. So let's just replace a bit of this, like this. Replace a little bit of that, like that. Replace a little bit of this, like this. Very nice. Maybe a little bit of, sneak a little bit of that. Yep, okay. And a little bit of this. Okay, so that is looking cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go a little bit of, a little sneak, a little bit of cheek, a little bit of that as well. Okay, this obviously at the back needs some work. Yeah. So it's kind of like infected, like down here, like that. Okay, and then we'll like kind of make it go like veins, like down this way. Yeah, mate, and then down a little bit like that. Good stuff. Nicely done. Thank you. Appreciate it, Crystal Caves. You're a legend. An absolute legend. Yes. Okay. Calm down, CringyGull. Just calm down, mate. All right. There we go. Looking snazzy and jazzy. Yeah, that is looking better. Looking cool. Maybe this needs to not be skulk anymore. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, dude. This dude's looking infectedness. Cool. I don't have music playing at the same time as this, do I? Okay, good. I've got like music. Hang on. Yeah, that's a vibe. All right. I'm not listening to the music that you guys can hear because I just don't want headphones on my head because it hurts my ears when I've got my beanie on. And it's freezing today. I've got a heater on right next to me, but it's barely doing anything. All right. This bad boy needs a little bit of that and that over there. Oh my goodness. Let's just fix these. Yeah, infinite reach. Pretty epic. All right. What do we got next? Got like, should probably put a little bit of, maybe I want to like put a little bit of sneaky bit of this here and kind of have it transition into that like this. Yeah, just kind of have it not just instantly go white, but just have a bit more of a transition. Between blocks. Yeah, mate, looking snazzy and jazzy. So I just place a random skulk vein all the way. Okay, let's turn off infinite reach. There we go. There we go. Looking great. Looking fantastic. Cool. Cool for school. Yeah, that's looking epic. I don't know if I will actually do the whole warden chest thing because this is looking cool as it is. I don't know. Let's just summon another warden. This dude right here. See, I don't have a whole lot of room to do that. This dude's got a big, wide chest. So maybe, I reckon I'll replace, hang on, tick, freeze. Let's build these instead of those. So how do we do that? Let's just make a bit of a color palette. So it kind of just goes, hang on, we can do this. If we just like kind of get this, we go down here. It can just tell us exactly what is the right color. Isn't that hecking cool? So yeah, and then we'll like go a bit brighter. Cyan concrete, yeah, that's cool, that works. So we've got like oxidized copper as well. Okay, neat. But actually it doesn't really get as bright as the copper. So let's just leave it at that. And let's go up here. Let's just increase my flight speed. There we go. Oh, flip, get back that. Summon Warden. There we go. What's the mod? This is Axiom. Axiom mod. Pretty epic. So in creative, when you press E, you can just like go color picker. And there's also gradient helper. Yo. Yeah, that's basically what I've got. It's already telling me what to do. Okay. Okay, so over here, let's just delete these. Goodbye, ears. I'm sorry, but you must leave now. Okay. So, these ears right here, how do we build these? Let's just summon another hecking warden because I can. So, we've got like a bit of this. And then it goes up a block more. And then it's up another block, but maybe it's getting a little bit lighter. Yeah, then just slightly bit darker there. And then even lighter here. Maybe we do want a bit of copper, oxidized copper. So there. And then we'll do another one of this. And then we'll do a bit of that, I reckon. And then a bit of this, bit of that. Yeah. And then it kind of droops down a bit like this. And then be bop. Yep. And then a bit of this. Is that what it's doing? Yeah, and then beep bop. Maybe a bit darker. Beep bop. And then got another little droopy snoopy. And then we got a little bit of... Oh my goodness, this is hurting my brain. Kind of making this up. Maybe on the edge here, this is meant to be that as well. Yeah. I need Akash Warden in the chat. Akash Warden's a pro at this. Yeah. And then... Frickin'. This is hard doing it in reverse. Maybe it's meant to be... Hang on, let's go back a bit. So what I'm doing, I'm looking at the pixels, right? So I'm about here. So hang on. Maybe let's see what I'm doing. Put another thing there. Sorry, I'm not reading chat because I'm focusing. I'm focusing. Yeah, hang on. What's going on here? Bro, this dude's gonna have massive ears though. Maybe I need to build a smaller version of it actually. Yeah, I think that it's gonna not really fit with the size of his head. Like it's gonna be way too out of proportion. So let's just like kind of get a general kind of feel like this. So just like have it gradient out. Kind of get these bits dropping down. Yeah. Yeah, that, no. So this is all part of the building process. You just like gotta feel around, see what works, see what doesn't work. Maybe it needs a bit more thickness down here. Let's just move things around a bit. That's a bit better. Yeah, doing exactly what you just told me to do, chicken. We're thinking on the same brain wavelength. How long ago was when your single player hardcore world ended? That was like in December. It was a good while ago. Maybe just do a little bit of a bright one there. Maybe want to move it all up. Like that. We also could just straight up replace all... Frick. What the... Bro, come back. We could just replace all this with Skulk. Yeah, I think that it probably needs to all be Skulk. It's good to experiment. I think that we need to like kind of make it a bit like, whoa. A bit like this. No. No. It's kind of almost just turning back right into what it was. Start again. Start again. Let's just go like this. Let's just feel for something more natural. And then let's just grab this, grab that, move it over the side slightly, put that there, and then put that there, and then maybe move that one, and almost feeling like I've got it somewhat. Just did Control Z. Let's adjust my seat. Stretch my arms. Feel the warmth of the heater. Keep going. All right. Honestly, oh, thanks, Fire Dragon. Hydration check? Yeah, totally. You're a legend, Matt. Honestly, I kind of just want to go back to what it was. That's the vibe I'm getting. Also, why is that, that's incorrect. I could make it like this. Like, this isn't too bad, actually. I feel like I need to bring it out more, though. Yeah, that looks wardeny. Hang on, I feel like I'm cooking something up now. Yeah. I don't know what that noise was, but you're just gonna have to accept it. It's too much. No, undo. Maybe we could just like have another little sneaky bit. No. Okay, let's just see what happens if we clone this. Bring it around here, rotate it. And then bring it up a bit. No, not too much. No, maybe down a bit. No, maybe it needs to be even. Yeah, that works. That works. Now we need to give this dude a nice haircut. Let's turn this mode on. Like that. I don't know if I like that. I don't think I like that one. No, thank you. Let's just fix all that back up. I think I liked it with the normal bonehead. Bonehead. La 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 la. La 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 la. I think it looks cool with like the white head. It does look cool. That is looking pretty sick. Now we just want to get a couple of these. So bop, bop, and bop, and bop. So let me put a little bit of that there. Put a little bit of a sneaky little bit of this around it. Let's unfreeze the tick. Oh, goodbye. There's the wardens everywhere hanging out. Okay, let's just grab a little bit of this on top as well. Get like one of those. All of these. Get a bit of this on top of there. Get one of those in there as well. And a shrieker there. A sensor there. Maybe not there. Maybe that needs to be pretty clean, that spot. Those ears look too thick now that we've put a bunch of sensors and stuff on them, so maybe we just need to like move this out here. Maybe we need to minimize the amount of like things that we've put on them. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, mate. I will put like a little bit of this there, that as well. And put some more of this around the sensors. Okay. What do we reckon, chat? Do you reckon that is skulk creaking worthy? Maybe we'll put a little bit of this just like on there because that looks kind of cool. What do we reckon? Yeah, you can't even really, you can't tell that much, but yeah. Squid creaking? Bro, what? You don't like the skulk veins on the face? I think that they're not too bad. I think that they're alright. I don't mind them. Okay, I'm ready to move on to the next one. So the next one was honeycomb. So let's just set to some new positions. Pos 1 and pos 2. Alright, so replace pale oak leaves with honey blocks. And same for pale moss. Moss block. Whoa. And replace the pale oak log with honeycomb. And whoa. Okay. Pale oak wood with honeycomb. And also pale oak planks with honeycomb. Whoa, bro, that's kind of crazy. Dude, okay, that's interesting, isn't it? It's already got pretty much good eyes, but I wonder if we do a different color eyes just for a bit of contrast, like blue. I don't know. These eyes look pretty good. What if we replaced the honey blocks with resin blocks? Whoa, yeah, that actually looks a lot more honey-ish. Hang on. Let's undo, 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 undo. And replace pale moss. No, replace honey block with resin block and replace pale moss with honey block. And now let's just use the same commands that we were using before. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And maybe I want resin to be this one. So let's just bing bong, bang, bing bong. Replace all of that. Replace a bit of this, I reckon. No. Maybe I want that to be red. Maybe I want that to be more on the red side of things. Yeah. Or maybe I want it to be blue. I think blue, like, because the contrast would actually look kind of sick. So if we just grab a bit of blue concrete and blue sea lanterns. Beep, bop, bap, beep, bop, bap, beep, bop, bap. It's not very bee-like. Maybe purple. Purple. Because it is like the flower that they are collecting the honey from or whatever they're doing. I need to educate myself on bees. Okay, so do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. What do we reckon? Any ideas? We don't need to do a whole lot. I guess we could add some beehives, actually. That's kind of cool. Beehive. Bee nest, I mean. Sorry. So if we just, like, replace a couple of these with beehives. Chuck them around. And then that way, there will be bees hanging out on this dude. And it will be the Bee King. And everyone will be happy. Yeah, what do we reckon? That's cool. That's cool. Too much resin on the bottom, you reckon? I mean, I'm happy to get rid of resin because that means that I heckin' don't have to heckin' get as much of it. So sure, I'll just say thanks for the suggestion. That makes my life easier if you reckon that. Does look a bit better. Maybe a bit here too. Look at that beautiful boy. Look at that beautiful boy. Oh my goodness. Beautiful itchy nose. Okay. So what is next? What is next? Ooh, what's on my list? What's on my list? We've got the pumpkin. Hang on, just gonna check a message. Whoa, I got a whole lot of messages. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we've got the pumpkin creaking. Some of these guys are just as simple as, like, really quick, a bunch of commands to just adjust them. +2. So let's replace pale oak. Pale oak leaves with nothing. There's gonna be no leaves on this pumpkin guy. Actually, no, not undo. Undo. Let's replace Let's replace pale oak leaves with oak leaves. I have an idea. Replace pale moss block with pale oak log and replace pale oak wood with pale oak log. Right, and now, oh my goodness, what have I done to its ears? We'll fix that later. Replace pale oak log with pumpkin. Whoa. See, I think that the leaves will look kind of cool. No! Tick. Freeze. Frick. Slash, the leaves started decaying. Slash game rule random tick speed 0. Tick unfreeze. There we go. Now they'll all stay there. So let's just replace pale oak planks with pumpkin. There we go. Okay, Arcan green needs to be the eyes. Let's do a light green with the green frog light. Beep, bop, bap. Beep, bop, bap. Beep, bop, bap. Whoa, bro. Whoa, bro. That's pretty neat. Oh, I'm realizing that me trying to replace all of that just never happened. Isn't that lovely? So I guess I'm just gonna have to do that again. Hang on. Why isn't it letting me place? Oh, I need to turn that mode off. Okay. Okay. So that's that look. Okay, let's just, for future dudes, let's just fix this. Okay, I need to turn down my flight speed. There we go. All right, just replace all of that. Just like this. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly turn flight speed all the way up. Let's change to erase mode. Ah! Not what I meant to do. But I will remove all of it. Oh, frick. No. Not what I want. Let's just turn down our hickin' flight speed. I'm still a real noob for Axiom, guys. I've only just started using it. Not what I want. This and that and that and just all of freaking biscuit. What am I doing? Okay, try again. Just never give up, Frillin' Billin'. Okay. Now let's just I accidentally removed my selection. Dang it. I want to select this entire creaking and I want to delete it and I want it to be dead and I never want to see it again. Can I ever ask for anything more simple? Okay. Now what I do is I fly all the way over to this guy. Okay. And I select this guy and now all these guys are selected and delete. Goodbye. Now I want to select this dude. Boop. 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 Okay, that's all that guy selected. Let's just go right here. And let's extend. There we go. Okay, we got that fixed. Okay, back to what I was doing. Make eyes dark purple because bees are attracted to dark purple flowers. That's true, actually. Let's try that. No, not that one. Just like purple concrete. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so pumpkins. Frick, I meant to do this. These are meant to represent the pumpkin stems, I guess. These ones right here. The melon creaking had like some melon inside it. I don't know if I could recreate that. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how that looks for the pumpkin creaking, honestly. It looks kind of sick. I don't mind it. You want a peanut butter and honey creaking? Bro. Oh, sandwich. What? You love my channel and you love my creaking bills? Yeah, that's awesome, KB Gamer. Okay, what's next? What is hecking next? What do you think, studio? I don't think I can think of anything else that I want to do to the pumpkin creaking. Look at all these random blocks that I keep misplacing. The oak leaves should be jungle leaves. Nah. Add carved pumpkin. Okay, actually, that's not a bad idea. We have a couple of carved pumpkins. Carved pumpkins. Make a skull creaking. Bro, look. I already made one. Okay, just like a couple of random... just a couple of guys. Just around. Okay, that's hilarious, but you know what? Rather than doing that here... Frick. I'm going to do that when I actually build it in the Hackers server. So I'm not restricted by like what I do here. All right, next up we have got a hecking prismarine creaking. Okay, this one's gonna be cool. This one is gonna be cool. Pause 2. Let us first replace the pale oak leaves with nothingness. And then let us replace the pale moss with dark prismarine. And let us replace the pale oak wood with pale oak log. And let's also replace pale oak planks with pale oak log. And let us replace pale oak log with prismarine and prismarine bricks. Whoa. Undo. Dislike. What about just prismarine? What about just prismarine bricks? I think I prefer just normal prismarine. What if we replace the dark prismarine? Maybe we replace it. No, I think it looks good. It's good contrast to have it like this. Let's just spread this out a little bit more. Oh, frick. That's not what I wanted to do. Just like kind of go a bit like this. Yeah. Okay, now obviously we need to get ourselves some sea lanterns. So sea lanterns. Bop, bop, and bop. And maybe we use prismarine bricks for the eyes. Bop, 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 bop. And I reckon that's a big fat no. We will not do that. Instead, we will grab some of this and do this. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? Maybe we like chuck a little bit of a few bricks here and there. Gotta have a little bit of something. Like that. Rather rather than just like completely random. It's just a little bit around the place. What do we think? Maybe we make the entire head out of prismarine bricks. Hang on. Bop. And a bop. And replace prismarine with prismarine bricks. Yeah. And then kind of have it like transition down a little bit like this. Is the music too loud? Nah, it's chill. Let's see, let's go. What do we reckon? I think this is good. I think this is very good. Very nice. That is epic. That's actually really cool. That's gonna look really cool in an ocean. All right, what is next? We have got the Amethyst Geode. This one I'm very excited to do. So, pause 1 and add waterfalls. Okay, hang on, pause 2. That's actually a fantastic idea. So let's see if I can just do some water heckin' falls. Make him hold a trident. Bro. I like that idea. Maybe. So, waterfall frick. What? What have I done? I've got a bunch of settings that I don't want on. Bro, what? No! Waterfall! Yay! Oh my, it's coming out of... What? How? Have a little bit of waterfall coming down there. Like that. So it's kind of like... Yeah. Oh no! That's not what we want. Actually, it's kind of cool, but it's probably just going to be in the water anyway. I'm probably going to build this guy in the water, so it's probably not going to matter. As for the trident idea, maybe, because when we hold up a trident, right, we hold it up like this. So maybe I could hold its arm, put the arm, this arm, like upside down. It's gonna be left-handed. So what have I got here? If I just like do a bit of this and then get rid of a bit of this. And then we go a bit of like this. Beep. And a bop. And a move up there. Like that. Haha. Maybe I want to extend the arm slightly. No, that's alright. Move a bit of that. Replace all this again with that. And then put a bit of this up here. Okay, there needs to be a bit of a something there. Oh, frick. And a little bit of this over here. Okay, I think that I want to make this a little bit like that instead. Yeah. And we'll make this like, do a little bit of that. Yep. And now a trident. Okay, how shall we build a trident? Pretty simple. If we just like grab a bit of this, we make like a big stick. Maybe make it a little bit lower. Big stick. Let's just grab some glass so that I can actually see what I'm doing a bit easier. So if I just throw this into here, I'll be able to see, okay. I can see how to build this. The tridents respawn, despawn, I mean. I don't know. Never thought about it. So we want like a lighter kind of color. Like I guess sea lantern will probably look good. It'll glow as well, which will look pretty sick. Yep. All right, so it's pretty easy to build. So we'll just like is this in line? Yep. When I hold this up, we've got like a couple blocks buffer. All right. Bye. Okay, so first we need to, I see. Okay, so first let's just do like a bit of this. And then I think it just is literally just goes out like this. Hang on. Oi, don't collect it, silly human. Yes, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just like replace that like that. And then what is it? It's like longer on the middle. And then it's normal like that again. Okay, maybe I want to turn this into sea lantern as well. And is there like a lighter blue that we could do for the prismarine? Let's have a look. I don't want to use diamond. Maybe we use like white concrete. Hang on. What if we did a bit of this instead? Yeah, that kind of works. Hang on. Maybe do like this. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Bye. 6. So it's like throwing a trident. Okay. Cool idea. Cool idea. Use quartz. Okay, hang on. Quartz. Smooth quartz. It's just like. Actually, yeah. Do like this. Yeah, nice. Good suggestion. Cool. Okay. So cold in this room. So, okay, we got a skulk. We got a bulk. No, we got a honey. We got a pumpkin. And we got one of these guys. I think that I want to move the trident slightly. Bop, bop, bap. And just extend it, I guess. Yeah. Cool. Okay, next up, what were we going to do next? We were going to do amethyst. Okay, I was just seeing if I've still got the position. All right, so amethyst. First, we're going to get rid of the leaves. Pale oak leaves. 0. My fingers are very, very cold. Ugh. Warm up, please. Let's stand up. Feels like it's doing nothing. I might have just turned it off by accident, but oh well. We'll see how that goes. All right. What is next? Wow, I can't believe I've been streaming for like over an hour. Hang on, I'm just gonna blow my nose. Is that awesome? All right. Amethyst geode. Replace pale oak wood with pale oak. Whale oak? Bro, what? What the heck is whale oak? Pale oak log. Replace pale oak planks with whale oak log. Yeah, mate. Beautiful. Subscribe, Creaking. Everyone subscribe. You must. All right, now let's just replace. This is gonna be an interesting one. replace all of the pale oak log with amethyst block. Whoa. And then I reckon maybe we want to just like kind of go here and just replace that with smooth basalt, not basalt, like that. And then we'll like have it transition up like this. Okay, and then let's just go over here. Wait, hang on. Just a little bit more transitioning. Okay, now let's just go up here and replace amethyst with calcite. Okay, and then we'll make the amethyst kind of transition down like this. Okay. Need to get rid of some of these. Hang on. Wow. Okay. That's looking pretty sick. Maybe I'll do like deep slate down the bottom, but first let's do some calcite here. Okay, and then maybe I'll do like calcite eyes. No, what about basalt eyes? Whoa, yeah, that's cool. And then we'll replace the froggies with pearlescent. Whoa, that's cool. Nice. Okay, let's just put a little bit of deep slate down the bottom. Oh, maybe something darker than cobbled deep slate, like tiles. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe just regular basalt. Yeah, and we just like work that up the leg a bit. Yeah, nice. That is cool. That is very cool. We should also add some crystals. I'm going to mainly just get this kind of cluster here because that'll just be easiest to get. But I might change it up when I actually build it in the hackers depending on what I can find. Yeah, nice. These are looking pretty cool. We're past the halfway. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was only planning on doing 8. How's everyone going? Pointy hat. Give me a pointy hat. Good night, Sunna. Thank you so much for being here. You're a legend. Have a good sleep. Okay, make a bone themed one. This one's kind of bone themed. Next up, we have got dripstone. Hang on. A link. Oh, just sending a message. Don't read it out loud, silly me. Okay, there we go. All right. E. That's not what I wanted to E. All right. What was it again? Dripstone. Okay, dripstone will be an interesting one. I think the amethyst one might actually be my favorite one so far. What's everyone else's favorite? Replace pale oak wood with pale oak log. Replace... Let's just do the same thing again, except change wood to planks. Replace leaves with nothing. Replace pale moss. I don't know what I'll replace that with yet. Let's replace the pale oak logs with dripstone blocks. Whoa. What is going to go well with dripstone? Maybe just deep slate. Replace pale mossy moss with deep slate. Yeah, that goes well. That works. Let's also just get these and just paint this a bit. Now, of course, I couldn't make a dripstone creaking without putting pointed dripstone on it. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, I reckon we just do that. We'll do that in a moment. Let's just dripstone. What color should we make the eyes on this one, chat? Just make like dripstone kind of hang around like this. Also make it point upwards. Even though that doesn't really make sense because there's nothing above it. Black eyes? Whoa, how do I do that? Green? Do a giant one right there, because why not? Nice. We definitely should have some here. Blue eyes? Yeah, maybe. Maybe orange works because it's like copper is really common in dripstone caves, so I should add some deep slate copper. Yeah, nice. Nice. We'll have some like coming off the hands here as well. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll be making a TNT creaking last. Okay, so we're going to do some copper. Deep slate copper ore. That's what we want. Because copper, if you didn't know, is extra common in deep slate caves. Pardon me. Don't really need to do a whole lot of copper on the back and detailing on the back because you don't really look at the back. Shh. Don't tell Brian. All right. Cool. Wow, the copper actually looks sick. Actually looks like epicness. Yeah, nice. Maybe we'll make like one eye blue, like oxidized copper, so the eyes represent oxidization. Maybe rather than blue, we'll do like a cyany color. Or just oxidized hecking copper. And waxed copper. Yeah, that's genius. Where's the ceiling? There it is. Yeah, mate, that is cool. What the heck? Oh my gosh, I love that. Wow. Copper lamp eyes. We'll do that for the copper creaking. Not bulbs for this one. We'll do bulbs for the next one, which is, I think the next one is copper. Yeah, right. Copper. New position. Position 2. Replace do all the commands again. I wonder if I just have the same things. Leaves are 0. Pale oak things. Okay. Replace the pale oak log with waxed. I need to remember to do waxed. Waxed copper block and waxed cut copper. Yeah, that one. Okay. In fact, I want to make even more waxed cut copper because that is even cheaper. Yeah, okay. Now let's also let's replace the we totally could do like all the aged copper stuff. Yeah. Even though that means I'm gonna have to like age it all and stuff, I think I might just do that. So we'll like have oxidized at the very bottom. Like this. And then it'll slowly but surely progress its way over up to be like this. Okay. And transition its way into the regular orange shiny new copper. Just replace all the pale oak, pale moss block with waxed, exposed copper. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, yep. Okay, let's just do the same down here. Like this. Oh no, wrong one. Whoops. Yep, cool. And another, make it kind of like gloves. Or another thing I could do that could be fun is like, I just build this and then slowly over time I let it age naturally, but then it'll eventually just only be oxidized copper, which isn't exactly what I'm going for. Okay, I need to have a bit more transition-y looking stuff here, like a bit less flat. Okay. Cool. Okay, interesting. That's cool. Now let's I reckon we gotta do copper like fully oxidized here. Maybe have that do that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And we will obviously want to have bulbs. So I reckon we do the fully oxidized ones. Whoa, bro. And we got to turn those on like this. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I have another idea. What if we get these like this? Whoa. And then what if we turn these ones on But then we also get to these ones like that. You can't really tell those are eyes. Maybe I'll do these, just slightly brighter ones that are still kind of green. And then we want to turn these off. Yeah, that works. Now I reckon we probably should get some other copper things in there. What are the copper blocks? We want some copper grates, chiseled copper. So what could we do with that? Actually, we could do... Yeah, okay, hang on. I know what I want to do. Can you tell what I'm about to do? I'm going to do that. So just make all of this copper grates. Yeah, that's cool. That is nice. Maybe we put like a little window in here. So it's kind of like you can see inside his soul. Okay. Like that. And we're going to want to do the same on this side. In fact, what we'll do is we will get that and just move that there. Get that and that, move that there. So now you can see on the inside. What do we put on the inside though is the question. Let's just grab this and kind of want to make this a bit different shaped. Like that. Is it like a... I wish there was a copper golem or something, you know? Maybe I don't want to have that there. Maybe I want to just do a bit of this. Maybe we'll like have it kind of like windows like that. Yeah, chiseled copper. So that would be good to use as well, just for occasional random things probably. Just completely random placements, really. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Put a little bit here. It's like an aged robot. That's sick. I love the transition. Transition looks cool. That is very nice. Okay, make gears on the side, on the inside. I don't know if I could do it on the inside. Okay, hang on. That's actually, wait, if we use stairs, that's a really cool idea. Can't turn that down. Hang on, let's just make some gears first. Right, so if we just make like a gear like this. No, not like that. Flip. Like this. Like. Freaking. How do I do this again? There we go. So there's almost a gear. If you do something like this. Yeah, nope. Nope. Hang on, I'm just gonna Google up some Minecraft gears, see what other people have done. Minecraft gear. Oh, that's like the old. Okay, actually, that looks sick. That looks doable. Okay. So if we do something like this, I'm getting this from, who made this? Let me just look this up on YouTube just so I can tell you, so I can give credit. This is Nikabe Plays. How to make gears in Minecraft tutorial. I'm taking some inspiration from this. All right, so if I just grab a bit of a copper trapdoors and some copper and some prismarine wall will work. So if we just make a little bit of this, make a bit of this, make a bit of, move that up. Boop. Okay, and we just like, what did he do? Yeah, okay, just do it like this. And then there's like a thing like this. That is cool. That is a gear. If I have a new one, do this, grab the trapdoors. And let's just move that inside this dude. Like that. Bam. So you can kind of see that it's a gear. You can't really, but I am going to take that and I'm going to use it. Oh, frick. I messed that up. Cancel. First point, second point. Grab all these bits. Do that. Cool. So those are gears inside him. Nice. It's a really cool little detail, but you can't really see. Maybe we just get rid of the copper grates altogether. And maybe we move... Hang on, I might just, as well as, like, get rid of these. And maybe we'll move this one here to go down a level. And, fix that up. Yeah, nice. Maybe we'll move that one up a level as well. Beep, and a bop, and a move up, and a bap. And let's just fix this up. You can hear my daughter doing some sort of maniacal laugh. Okay. How's that look? Let's also just get this. We really don't need the trapdoors in there, but it's kind of cool. That's sick. That is sick. Sick biscuit. Okay, one last one to make. I don't need this guy right here. Hang on. Goodbye to that guy. And now we will say hello to this guy. So, replace all of the pale oak leaves with nothing. Replace the pale moss with nothing. No. With pale oak log, actually. And replace the pale oak wood with I'm just basically not pale moss wood, pale oak. And replace, just make it all one same block. Planks. Okay, now let's just replace pale oak log with TNT. Okay, nice. That's really wholesome. And probably do like white eyes, I guess, because that's just the color. Do I have like snow to make it a bit brighter? Make that bit brighter. Dude, maybe we'll use like white concrete instead of quartz. Is that like kind of darker than quartz? Yeah, that's better. Bro. And then we're gonna blow them up. Dude, what a cool set of creakings. Thanks for helping me do this, guys. This is so awesome. But we're not done yet, because there's still another step that I want to take you through. Another cool process. I just need to be warmer. I'm so cold. I'm very cold. What's everyone's favorite? We got the skulk, we got the honey, we got the pumpkin, we got the prismarine, we got the amethyst, we got the dripstone, we got the copper, and we've got the TNT. I think amethyst is my favorite, honestly. I do love this guy's eyes though. That looks sick. But yeah, I think the amethyst is my favorite. You like the amethyst? Nice, Eden. Or not Eden, sorry. Nice. You like the honey? You like the dripstone? You like the water? You like the copper? Amethyst is your favorite one, Blazing Ninja. You and me seem to have the same taste with things like this, don't we? I guess that explains why you like watching my videos, because you and me have similar tastes and interests. You like the copper one? You like the honey one, Captain Deadmeat? Nice. Yeah, cool. All right, so the next step is I need to draw these guys. Well, I've kind of already drawn them, sort of, but I need to adjust the drawings that I've already done. So, if I just leave, I'm just gonna like put this guy like right like on my other desktop screen. Oh, I won't really be able to see that. Oh, I'm so cold. Oh my gosh. Guys, just help. We're gonna move this. Look at this. So these are all my old, like all my other guys. So we've got like azalea, mushroom, other mushroom, chorus, cactus, melon, snow, magma, mineral, and normal. So I'm gonna take the normal dude. So what layer is what? I've got like... Oh, that's just the background, okay. So we got like this. Oh, okay, there we go. That's got like a whole lot of layers here. I'm going to copy and make a brand new document. Okay, and a paste. Oh, frick, that's not the right size document. No. Make new document that is, what even is the size? I'm guessing it's like, is it 2000 by 2000 or something? What's happening? It's frozen. Oh my. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, mate. So we got this dude right here. We need to paste him 8 times. Bam. And so, these don't need to be like super fancy drawings. It just needs to get the concept across. And it's pretty simple and easy to just like basically make my life easy. So this is shadows. Don't know what that layer is. That's nothing. We got the wood layer. So for our first creaking, we got like the skulk. So the skulk dude is like bone, and then so the wood will be like kind of a bony looking color, maybe slightly creamy, like that. Okay, cool. And then shadows. Don't need to change shadows, so let's lock that. Hat, that was for the cactus and the mushroom guys, so I can delete that layer. Leaves, can be a dark, skulky looking color. I'm realizing I want to hang on, make new keyframes for this. Doing all this on Adobe Animate. But word of advice, just never subscribe for anything Adobe unless you want to be in a lifelong contract. They kind of take your soul with, in other words, your money. Wood, leaves. Now I'm just going to kind of make it more skulky. So let's just change the wood here to be like that. That is not what I want. Not leaves. Frick. Wood. So we'll do like a little bit of this. And then we'll go paint. 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 All of that there. Okay, now let's just select that red line that I made and that's gone. Okay, and then I reckon we'll like kind of add little, tiny little, amazing little stars. Like skulk star thingies. We're doing some drawing, guys. You guys get to watch me do this. Who's hyped? Hi, Rubble. How you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. So there's skulky looking stuff. And now the leaves, like, need to adjust the ears to look more like the skulk ears, the warden ears. Oh, let's just do a bit of... do a little bit of that. What have I got here? Kind of want that to be like a bluer kind of color. And same for all of this. And then that needs to be blue as well. There we go. Okay. Maybe move those up a bit. Fill that in. Cool. And let's just do that. And a lighter blue for the eyes. Whoa, skulky. All right. Just need to save that. In my documents. In the graphics of this video. Creaking art. Creaking art 3. Bam. Alright, so there's our skulk one. Oh, stretch. You're making a huge seagull army on Salty MC. That's sick. I look forward to seeing that. Alright, so now on this dude, what's next? My next dude is honey. Too easy. So wood needs to become honey wood. Okay. And then leaves need to become orange like that. And then eyes need to become purple. Like this. Maybe a bit lighter. And I think that's done. See, just as simple as that, just recoloring. This one was a bit more tricky because it's a bit more of a different design. Now the next one, we have got melon. So basically it's going to be like the same thing. So wood needs to be orange, like that. And then leaves need to be, I made them like kind of that kind of green, no, a bit lighter, I mean a bit darker green. No, even darker than that. Yep, like that. And then the eyes were green as well. So if I just like go down here to eyes, then make them like this. Oops. And then a bit like this. That's our pumpkin. Now we've got ourselves a prismarine. So let's just make the prismarine, dude. Blue. Kind of like a palish blue, isn't it? And the leaves, need to change that to like dark prismarine looking thing. It doesn't actually look quite like leaves, but I'm just going to do it. It's just easier for me to do it like this. Bam, bam, bam. And bam, no. Bam, bam, bam. We did have a bit of water coming out of this dude, but I don't think we need to do that even. Maybe I'll make his eyes like a lot lighter than that though. Prismarine. Okay, now. Forget that I'm on camera, guys. I need to smile more and not look like weird. Anyway, this dude, the amethyst guy, needs to be heckin' amethysty. So this is going to be a lot more complicated. I think it's majority like basalt. So I'll do that. And then let's do like a red line so I can separate things easier. Let me just look at my Minecraft. Okay. So it kind of like becomes white there and then amethyst there. So let's just do like a white looking. Why isn't that? Ah, silly me, it did a white pencil. White, like calcite there. And then we want to have like an amethyst up here. Don't actually want those there. That's meant to be wood. And this is amethyst we're talking about. Okay. And we'll get a bit of a darker background there. Oh, flip. So we'll also get rid of the leaves altogether for that one. Oh, except for that. Okay, hang on. Leaves unlock for the biscuit. Some leaves don't obey. All right, there we go. Eyes need to be amethysty. So like this, a bit lighter. Oh wait, no, they were dark, weren't they? They were like the same color as the basalt. Boop, 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 boop. And then the eyes aren't white, they are light pink. And the ears are just going to be basalt, aren't they? They're like basalt ears. No, they were white. They were calcite. Bro, you can't even see that. Hang on. That's crazy, bro. Maybe I'll do like an outline on them. Like this. Bam, bam. Maybe that needs to be a bit light, like needs to be a thicker outline. There we go. Cool. Nice. Nice, man. There's also meant to be like amethyst crystals, aren't there? Maybe I'll just do that on the leaves layer. So we'll just do like lighter, like kind of, oh, flip. Lighter. Do like a little couple of things like this. These are meant to represent amethyst crystals. Cool. There we go. There's our amethyst creaking. I should make a baby creaking. Bro, what? Sounds crazy. Whenever I look over at chat, I just have the most cursed ideas being thrown at me. All right, looking cool. All right, now I am going to do the dripstone creaking. So dripstone, need the wood layer to be dripstone color, like kind of that. Okay. And then the leaves can be like the deep slate that I did. And then the eyes are the only thing that's left. And what we did was we did like an oxidized copper eye here. Yeah, nice. That's dripstone. We should probably also draw some spikies. Some spiky spikes. Yes. Like that. No, not like that. Like this. It's not doing anything, and I'm freezing. Okay, spiky. Spiky Mikey. Spiky Mikey can be his name. Good idea. Spiky Mikey! Alright, and then we've got ourselves a copper creaking. It's looking cool. So, copper creaking can have some nice orange, lightish orange look about him. And we will get rid of the leaves. Like, unselect the wood, get rid of the leaves. Like that. Looks nudie. So then let's adjust the wood to look a bit like this instead. So we want to get a red line, have it kind of age upwards like that. Okay, so firstly of all, we want to have it verily blue. Blue down here. And then it's kind of like getting how do I make it kind of go, yeah, like this, like up here, yeah, and slightly more up there. No, do it a bit like that. Yep, cool. And then just a slight bit more, or a bit more like that. Okay. Cool, that works. So now, you know what? I think I'll just leave it as a surprise, just how epic it gets with the gears in the middle of the copper creaking. How do I do the eyes again? That's right. So I won't actually include the gears in the drawing just to keep it a surprise, and also because I am not wanting to spend that much time drawing. I just want to get into the video, you know? So that's our copper creaking. Yep, looks good. Maybe it kind of needs a little bit of a transition in the hands as well. Hang on. So like this. And like this. All right. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And TNT creaking, finally. So the wood needs to be bright red. Okay, that's a bit too bright. A bit darker. Yep. And leaves need to be non-existent. And then the wood needs to have like the white stripies. Boop, 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 to represent the TNT. So I'm just drawing lines here to then fill in with white stripes for TNT. So just like this, I probably won't do that one. Okay, now let's get the white, and we're gonna have to do a whole lot of filling in here. this. Because that is our TNT. Okay. Oops. And then what we do is the really epic thing. I just draw another green line, select it all, and bam, TNT creaking. I could go to the trouble of like, coloring it. Like, I mean, writing TNT, but I don't really want to do that. So we're just going to leave it like this and also give it ears like that. And there you go. There's our TNT. Looks like a freaking candy cane, man. The drawing kind of sucks, but that's okay. I think that it's the least important creaking out of all of these ones because it's just freaking made out of TNT. Okay, cool. All right. There you heckin' go. So now I've got my video planned. And let's go back to Minecraft actually. Hang on. Minecraft. So now we've got a video planned. We've built a bunch of things, and basically the next step for me is to gather all the resources, find cool places in the Hackers world to rebuild these, and just, I guess, build them block by block. You know, it's not as easy to do it that way, but I mean, that way. It's not as easy as just copying and pasting in creative mode, but this just helps me like know how many blocks I need, and also it helps me to make sure that I build like really cool looking creakings. Because, I don't know, there's things that I just don't think of if I was just improvising on survival, and I also think of things anyway when I am building it in survival, like I might change things up a bit here from what you're seeing here, but yeah, I hope you found that educational and interesting, just like seeing my process of how I plan my video. You've been watching me since the first 2,000 subscribers. That's crazy, man. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, been legendary. Make sure that you just be kind to other people. And check out my hacking SMP, guys, if you haven't already. It's actually going so good. There was a bit of a reset and things were taken down for a couple weeks, but now it's back and it is way better than what it was. So much better, so much more stable, so many better features. It is insanely cool. So join it, check out the Discord link in the description, and I'll be seeing you around the interwebs, my friends. This video of these creakings isn't going to come out for about a month, by the way, so yeah, it's going to take me a while. Goodbye. Goodbye.